Hello，各位同学，大家好。今天我们是新闻讲解第2集。那我们请大家一起来写一下今天的日期以及 title。Taiwan's COVID-19 response should be a model for the world。再一次 ，Taiwan's COVID-19 response should be a model for the world。那大家呢，一样是把 title 写起来之后呢，老师会把接下来讲的几个重点的句子呢，放在这个 YouTube 下面的描述栏里面，大家可以依照我们需要照的这个需要对应的句子再参考，然后呢，不论是以小组的方式，或者是直接上传到这个平台上面，我们就以分组的方式来进行，就跟我们上课一样。那大家准备好，我们就开始喽。
Before people say ready, set, go, they were already preparing for it. So when people say go, they were running. They quickly went on the airplanes of people who were coming from Wuhan. Before they deplane, they checked their symptoms. So they were very vigilant in.
好，来这边第一句话可以看一下 ，They were very vigilant， 可以写起来。They were very vigilant in detecting. 好 ，They were very vigilant in detecting
possible infections coming in.
好，我们只要写
went on the airplanes of people who were coming from Wuhan. Before they deplane, they checked their symptoms. So they were very vigilant.
我们写第一句就好。So they were very vigilant. They were very careful about something. So 你可以写说I was very vigilant in finding the possible ways to solve the issue. So they were very vigilant means they were very careful about something. 好，可以写起来。第一句。
In detecting possible infections coming in, they activated the National Health Command Center that they had set up after SARS in 2004. That allows the government basically to have interagency coordination. And then they use big data, and they integrated the data set from the National Health Insurance Program with the data set from the Immigration and Customs database. So when a doctor sees a patient, it was said that this patient has been traveling to different countries because they got the immigration data. For example, if you have people coming from Wuhan, where the epicenter, they will ask more questions about if they had fever or cough, and they may order a COVID-19 test. So they integrated the data, they used it for disease detection.
好，这边 The government should also use the cell phone and location data to assist the quarantined. 好，我们第二句写这个 The government also used the cell phone and location data to assist the quarantined. OK， 这边呢 The government used the cell phone and location data. 好，这边呢像这个 GPS 就是 location data to help with the quarantine. The quarantine 这边就是代表说是 the people who are grounded in the hospital. So to help with the people who cannot go out of the hospital because they were infected of the virus. So assist the quarantine means to help with the people who were put in the quarantine room. 就是被隔离的这些人。好，那你可以说 The government also used cell phone and location data to assist the quarantine. So that is a very smart way and convenient way for both the family and the patient. 可以这样子。第二句。
Health officials will call these travelers under quarantine 2 or 3 times a day to make sure their symptoms didn't get worse.
好，这边第三句大家可以写 To make sure their symptoms didn't get worse. So to make sure their symptoms didn't get worse, if you are sick, you should go to the doctor, you should go to the hospital to make sure that your symptoms does not go wrong, does not go worse. So 你可以说 to make sure the symptoms didn't get worse, I need to go to the doctor when I'm feeling not well. So you should go to the doctors. You should go to buy some drugs, some pills, to make sure that your symptoms didn't get worse.
And if they get worse, they will help them to get to the doctors. If they didn't, they continue to stay home and they will bring them food. If they break quarantine, let's say they decided to go out, the government will go after them and they will give them a big fine. So more recently, they started to pay people during quarantine. So you're getting paid to stay home, basically, if you're under quarantine. So that, then people wouldn't worry about food or housing.
这边呢
Government took control of making masks and distribute them because they realized people will house it.
好，这边上去大家可以写一下 The government also stepped to prevent supply shortages. OK， 所以这边呢，大家可以写说 to prevent supply shortages。那这边是去预防一些这个供货的短缺。例如说有一些事情的发生，所以呢，大家去囤货，所以为了要预防这些供应的，不是，就是 the government also step in to prevent supply shortage. So the government need to take some steps, step into 介入哈，to go into the situation to prevent supply shortages because everybody is buying something in the market in case there is the war or is the virus going so severely unwell. So people are hoarding the food, okay, the things in home. So the government also step in to prevent supply shortages. 你可以这样造说 so that they limit the amount of the toilet paper people can buy in the market. So the government also step in to prevent the supply shortages to make sure everybody get an evenly number of the products that in the market, so everybody can live well.
Government took control of making masks and distribute them because they realized that this is a critical materials for fighting this epidemic. So really, that they block a lot of people from coming to the hospitals if they have symptoms. And then if they have fever, they are triaged to another place, right, to be taken care of in another place. And so these kind of policies and procedures are ongoing in every single institution. And certainly in public buildings, when you walk in, there's a scanner, and it could tell if you have fever on the computer.
好，这边 it could tell if somebody do something. So你可以说I can feel, I can prove that if you have some disease when you walk through the screener, you should be that you might have been the possible cases to have the disease. So it could tell if you 就是可能可以推断出你是怎么样的情况。So 你可以造句话，你可以说I could tell if you betray me. 我可以判断，如果你背叛我的话，所以 I could tell if you are there is something wrong. 我可以发现到，如果事情有些不对的话，这样你可以这样来造句。
Okay, this person has fever, you gotta take a temperature, you can't go into the building. And so those are the things that they're automating. I mean, their schools are open, kids go to school, and they have their temperature taken, but they go to school. I think a lot of the public health preparedness is about having the right infrastructure that you could activate during a crisis. And I think we have just been relaxed for the last decade, and certainly in the last few years that there's not been enough attention at both the federal government and some states.
好，这边呢，大家可以写一下，这里是。
there's not been enough attention.
好，这边你可以说 there has been not enough attention at something. So there people are not really care about focusing on the situation. So people are not really taking care of their attention on something. So 你可以说在这句话你可以说。There have not been enough attention at something， 所以大家就是不太在乎，或者说没有很谨慎的做这件事情。People have not been taking enough attention at something.
Both the federal government and some states to really prepare us for this a quick response. The U.S. we got a late start, so there's a lot of work right now in every single hospital, every single health care institution in the country preparing for this. Right now, we should take this lesson very seriously.
好，这边第六句话我们可以写说we should take this lesson very seriously. We should learn something from this condition, from the situation. We should take this lesson very seriously. So we have to learn something from this situation. So in order to prevent the future problems, so take this lesson very seriously. We should learn something and then improve it in the future to prevent the similar cases. 好，那以上呢就是我们今天这6句。